Alright, hello people. I am now live. This will be probably the last episode of the YTGFam channel check, as we will be changing formats. More on that in our Discord server soon, discord.gg/YouTubeGaming. But for now, the first channel is Waller Dog, I think. World of Tanks gameplay. I'm not ready yet. Platoon play for regions. Goes to make people forget about their troubles. Wants to get noticed more. So, if you have, and you do, if you just make content about one game, you are raising and falling with the popularity of this one game, which is World of Tanks. And I'm not sure how popular it is, but if you don't think you are getting found enough, you probably are not that popular. No, I mean, the game is not that popular. You have sort of boring thumbnails, like the ones of your Tank Fest are roughly the ones I would expect from someone being at a convention. But these ones here, this is just, this is like old streams. I probably should be looking at your most recent videos. Yeah, none of them are good thumbnails, so this would be the first thing I would say about your channel. These aren't good thumbnails. They are not clickable. Like it looks like you made a screenshot and then put some text over it in Paint. So what you should do instead is either have something like completely different, or if you think that the thumbnail in itself is good enough, first of all, cut the frame a bit so that you don't have your chat up here, or any other controls that there may be in your like in the HUD of the game, and then use some sort of font like you have up here in your Waller Dog. Like, use a font that's consistent to your channel theme. Like, that would be a good thing. Other than that, you appear to just make live streams. Live streams are usually good, but live streams don't really lend themselves to be watched afterwards. And because you're doing it afterwards, it's not as it's not really that rewatchable, and people finding you via search are probably not going to find these videos. Like, your most popular videos, the top 3 of yours, all of them are like very short. The one that is like, these ones are live stream recordings afterwards, but your most successful video by a large margin are the short videos of yours. Let's look at the content track. Most successful video from 10 months ago. Alright. If these are the highlights, like, what's the point of your webcam here? you're just looking into the camera and playing the game very like in a concentrated fashion. One thing. Let's look at your news videos. Maybe you've learned to talk in the meantime. Oh, the stream doesn't stop. That is an option as well.
Again today, so I'd like to stay on long enough so that he can come in and platoon and stuff like that. But so Tuxedo, yeah. So initially, what I'm going to do is I'm going to record my experiences with the Xbox One X for YouTube, because I haven't really played a controller like that at all. And I think that would be interesting to see, but not necessarily interesting to see live. Because I'm sure I'm going to have problems trying to get the video to work and trying to get the stream to work. And
so we're talking here, that's good. We are no longer talking here. That's not good. This is all very quiet compared to the video before, anyways. Yeah, you're on talking. I think this is like what you're doing here is you're playing games that are inherently not too interesting to watch, because tanks are, like, compared to other kinds of shooters, like very slow. Then you aren't making like engaging content. Like what you're doing here is you're just straight out streaming gameplay. So it's people watching you won't be watching you for the game. Like they will be watching because they're interested in World of Tanks, obviously, but they won't be coming to you because of the gameplay itself, but because of the of your personality, and you don't have that much of it. So my advice to you is make more highlights. So if you have a highlight, upload it as such. I think that would help you the most at the moment. Also, I'm not sure, you have a Twitch channel. You are streaming on YouTube and on Twitch simultaneously, so are you like restreaming? Doesn't say here. No idea whether you are. But yeah, I think that's about it, what I have for you. The next channel is Gaming, Singing, Comedy. Alright, first the homepage. There's nothing here. Alright, that's why you didn't link it. Put something here. Put like anything you want up here, not a vlog from 6 months ago. Your thumbnails are sort of busy and sort of boring. So this one here is like looks cool, sort of, but also like there's random text here, there's text here, there's very confusing image in the middle, and a part number in the corner that's barely visible. I'm not sure how useful that is for your channel in which sense this attracts the viewers. I think if you were to just leave out all the text you have on here, it would be a much better thumbnail, but then it would be just a stock image, so I don't know. This one, good thumbnail. Looks funny in each case. This one, I have no idea what's going on. It's just small. Like, your thumbnails are sort of hit or miss. Like these ones, very dark, very small, unnecessary stuff in the corners. So I think you can improve your like your thumbnails and make them engaging. Like again, I say it again and again, but the point of the thumbnail is not to say necessarily exactly what the video is about, but to catch people's interests. Your title is supposed to tell people what the video exactly is about. Your thumbnails, it's usually enough to see like what exactly you are. Like thumbnails must look funny, engaging, in some point must make viewer click on your video. And if you want to describe what's going on in your video, use like the description. That's why it's called description and not random. Like it's not called text box for you to put links in, right? You uploaded a video 8 minutes ago, so let's look at that. 20 minutes. So the issue with 20-minute videos or like 30-minute long-form videos are a time commitment from the viewer. So the viewer can't just go and say, alright, I have 5 minutes of break, I am going to watch this video, it isn't doing, like, it barely takes any of my time. A viewer won't be able to go to the toilet and watch your video while they're on there. They have to say, alright, I am going to sit down now in a couch, in my bed, on my computer, and dedicate my time to watch this video exactly for half an hour. And that is, like, the longer the video is, the higher this commitment becomes. That's a reason why people don't watch stream recordings as well. Because in the stream recording, like, if the stream is live, you join and then you leave again at some point. But if the video is, like, if it's just a VOD, like, first of all, you can't interact with the streamer anymore, it sucks. But then you still know, alright, I have to wait basically for 4 full hours here before I can go away again. Like, not consciously, but subconsciously. This intro is, like, points to it's a custom intro. It's not just some random text that does stuff. Yet.
What's up, everyone?
But it's slow as fuck. So let's try it at twice the speed. Did you really lose any information in here by? Okay, maybe wing flap in between here, but that would make your video, like the intro anyways, much quicker. Just speeding it up. Like, you don't need a 10-second intro in which 3 things in total happen. Like, so some flash at the beginning, then some bird that flaps, and then some flash that goes into intro. Those are 3 things. You can make them faster than 10 seconds.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Joe.
What's up, everybody? Bad intro? It's what everybody does. You may want to get something different in here.
Chris is your beloved leader of the GGC. Today, we're going back into the world of Dead to Rights Retribution. And we've pretty much caught up to present time. I don't know how much of this game is left. Actually, I think I looked it up. There's a few more things we have to do before we come to the end, but we're back in present day, so...
So, it took you 30 seconds with your intro and your, like, you had just had a little bit idling in the menu, but you have been essentially just waiting in loading screen for this time here. You could have a bit of an introduction in the beginning here, so you didn't completely waste the time, but you could not have any kind of useful content in there. Like, you could have had the stuff you said here, right here, because I don't think the first thing that is going to happen is that you are going to, you're just running in circles here, basically, trying to figure out where to go. You could be telling what's on what you wanted to do in the introduction here instead.
That's a good man. Give it up. Time's back. Come here, boy. Playing a shadow is so fun. Most OP dog ever. Put your tail out there, Shadow.
I probably should set my phone aside. But anyways, this is a weird game that probably nobody knows. Yeah, from 2010, so almost a decade old. Half a decade old. You have your PlayStation Now tab in the top. I don't know whether that's intentional. And then the game you're playing here, like it's not known, so I don't know who's on to watch it, basically. You are not talking too much in that one. Let's see how it's here. Yes, stupid intro.
I want to put out. I've honestly thought about putting out 3 videos a day, but it's not realistic, and I should not do that because sometimes it kind of gets hard to even do the 2. At least on my 2 to
here vlogs. Do we see? Actually, no, you probably can't see, but I can do this here. Do you see what I've done here? Like, I'm usually just sitting in the corner down here, but I have deliberately placed stuff up there, like what's it called? Like, anyways, there's stuff up there, there's stuff there. There's a YouTube thingy in the background. I've put up a lamp. Anyways, I've put up special clothing. I've put up like the TC icon, which is a Google Top Contributor program, in this corner here. I've put up badges from various YouTube events in that corner. What does it tell you about my channel? Just this background. So, now let's look at your background. Your background with vlogs here is essentially nothing. You are not well lit. I'm not either. I have to point out, I forgot to set up my lighting. Usually it looks like this. You're not lit, you don't have background. So the 2 of those can drastically improve how interesting your video is to look at. Because you can talk, apparently.
I've been waking up at 9 o'clock every morning though to record and make sure stuff's like it should be coming out on its time. So that's good. That's great. Everything's been working great so far.
Yeah. I think, anyways, these are things you can work on. Like, you have obscure games, they're not ideal to work. I mean, Cuphead probably is your most relevant game at the moment. I don't recognize... I mean, I do recognize like Mass Effect Andromeda, but that's a old game now. Because old game, not in the sense because old game in the sense that it wasn't a super successful game. And wasn't well received. So even though GTA is older than Mass Effect Andromeda, GTA is still more relevant than this one. Mass Effect Andromeda just isn't. So game choices are probably holding you back a bit. Like background, you can put stuff up there. And remember to talk. Yes, so the next channel, Sailor Boost, apparently. It's this one.
Oh no.
I have the feeling I already had a look at them. I will try anyways. Gaming videos, branch out to sketches, vlogs, other stuff, scattered by the audience. Alright, there's a difference between getting to... Okay, I did review you. So, we already had this channel. I've completely lost tabs on where I was and wasn't. That's the reason. Like in what I'm doing here, I found that this format doesn't work as well as I thought it would, because what I do here basically isn't getting watched by the people that I want to reach, because people have been submitting their channel to my farm here, and I have been coming back. Like the first channels we had today are from the 27th of October. That's like almost a month ago now, and I can't reasonably sustain what I do here, because the people aren't watching the channel. So I should really make basically one-on-one videos, and I could do this by cutting out stuff from this show, or by yeah, or by making the videos themselves, so I can have a better intro anyways. So this is one thing that I personally do, which is that I looking at how well are my formats performing, they aren't, and make new formats. And I was just a bit spooked at the moment, because it looked like for a second that my channel has been terminated. But it wasn't. It was just that the YouTube that my video manager wasn't loading properly. So back to topic. What I see here is this sort of consistent branding, I guess. So you have your Zelda Triforce thingy, and you have lots of red, so that works. You have channel section set up, so good on you. Let's play Cuphead, 30 minutes like this. If you think this is the best video you have, okay, go for it. I don't think that part 1s can ever be a good intro, because a good channel trailer. Because in the part 1 of a game, what's typically is happening is that the game is trying to teach you something about itself. So it's more about the game than about you. Anyways, we have making Mario Odyssey and Cuphead. I actually have to change color for you, don't I? Blue. Dabadi. You have here Cuphead. I didn't see it at first. I just saw noise on this side and noise on this side. You have to make sure that if like I'm not sure how useful it is to put this up here anyways, because people who have played Cuphead will know this boss. People who don't have played Cuphead will see Cuphead like literally right here, where I just circled over, like here. I don't think you need to put the game and part number into the thumbnail. Like, that's just a waste of space. What you should do instead is what you are doing here, and like put up relevant sections from the game. So your thumbnails are actually quite good. they just have too much text in them usually, and unnecessary text in particular, unnecessary text that jumps from here to here to 2 lines, so that there's no consistent branding here, anyways, in terms of how the show is looking. That's weird. Content.
What is happening, guys? This is Matt Made here, and today I just want
What is happening, guys? Really is a good intro.
to give my thoughts on the current state of Marvel. We are 2 months in now, and I've had my hands on the game. I've played some of the DLC, and some of the characters are pretty good. Like Monster Hunter's really good. Sigma's fun, and Black Panther's pretty fun, but in terms of options on getting in, Black Panther's not the best. When trying to get in with them, you have the dash, you have some nice jumping, you have a few of his attacks that can really get in.
What's the point of this video? Like, honestly, your title is Black Panther Sucks. You're opening with what's up? Let's talk about this game. These characters are good. These are pretty fun, and the one that you said in the title is like it sucks. You suddenly think yes, it's pretty fun, but underpowered, essentially. Like, this is boring content, effectively, is what I want to say. Because instead of jumping, you haven't said anything in these first 50 seconds that is relevant to your title. So, Black Panther Sucks, the first thing I see is, I expect to see a Black Panther getting just comboed down in one big combo, more or less. Maybe with a commentary, I told you Black Panther is a bad character, and here's why, and then if you have an intro, put an intro. Like, that can work. But you have 1 minute here where you just said about Black Panther Sucks, where you didn't even say Black Panther Sucks, you just said
and
stuff.
really mix up your opponent, but...
And you are just... like, you're talking a very monotonous voice and not very much excited. So it sounds a bit like you're trying to make myself... No, you need to actually care about your voice. See? Because it's a bit like in conversations again. The more interested you sound in a thing, the more you can make other people interested in your thing. If you're just monotonously trying to talk about something, it's not going to work well. Yes. So that's something you can work with. I plan this to be my last, this is the last episode of the season. There will be a different season with different things at some point. So I'm powering through all the rest I have. First edition. So, first edition, you should set up something different here than just a couple, you have just featured playlists here. You have an update video from a year ago. I don't think it's relevant anymore. Put a different one up here. You don't have any channel banner. You may want to make one. Yeah, you are just using the thumbnails over and over and over and over and over again. I guess they're not the standard cover art. But man, are they samey. So let's look at your latest video, first edition. I wouldn't actually put your channel name as the first thing. You can put it as the very last thing, but I would always put your main title, the thing that is going to change the most, which is tripping major balls in this case. I would put that first, and then like what changes next? Part 5. The part number changes after that. So triggering my major balls. Part 5 Sonic Forces. Maybe Sonic Forces Part 5 still is okay, and then first edition. That's better than the way around you have it here. You probably could get away with triggering major balls if you're making a non-linear game walkthrough. No.
All right, guys, we're back.
What's up?
I think we're back. I'm not sure.
We got Crocs.
I guess.
we got some more Hot Topic swag just now. It was some Crocs and a nice splat shirt.
Or whatever. Just hurry.
Guys, it's him! I'm looking forward to a second round with this guy.
I'm looking forward to it. Give me your gun. What? Ooh, fucking gun.
You want to put some,
Whoa.
let's put some clothes on the guy? Oh man.
We don't need clothes. We're a talking animal.
Say we're a cute, adorable talking aminals. We don't need clothing.
We're a Tom and Jerry. Oh, where's the rookie?
We can't go on like this.
Blaze is going up in flames.
Guess what, folks? I'm son. Oh, I don't get a flamethrower.
I swear to God, there's a boost button that you're not pushing.
Yeah, this is boost.
No, one of the hit like L or R or some shit.
This is boost.
Yeah, that. No, you have to hold it.
What the hell are these?
Robo ostriches.
Yeah, that's all boost does. It
This stage is pretty.
it does the stage for you. Like I'm not. Hold on.
You saying
I'm pressing one button.
to boost?
Yeah, and it does that part of the stage for you.
Yeah, cool. I mean,
No. Shit. Tried to jump that.
No. I think I watched way too long. You have some sort of... I like that you made an update video. I'm back a year ago, and then six months later actually started making content. You have some sort of hope here, in that you have... Like, you're two people. That is unique in itself. I would put up, like, face cam, two people, so it's visible who's talking at which point. Maybe have, like, even some sort of, like, one person sitting here, the other sitting in this corner, and then you have, like, not fully separate audio channels, but, like, one sounds like it's more on that side, the other sounds like it's more on that side. And that way would make it easier to distinguish who's talking at the moment. You need to talk more and not just reactionary. Thumbnails are, like, this one is actually the best one of all of the ones you have, and it's the one that also is the one that, like, is the least relevant video in terms of content, isn't it? I'm not sure what's up with these corners here. Why do you have your frame? Like, this is a 16:9 video. You could just stretch it fully and then you utilize the full frame. Instead, you've gone with a, like, sort of useless curtains on the corner? Why?
That's dumb.
How is that dumb?
Like, Brookie, you're gonna have to use the left and right triggers. I feel like that's a labyrinth and you can go to some secrets.
We're at the bottom?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Don't give me an A for that. Thank you. God damn it.
He's like, don't give me a passing grade for that. That was just bullshit. You get an A. God damn it. Another success.
What am I doing with a football helmet?
Who the fuck would wear the...
I mean, you are two people, so you can have successful interactions with each other. But you need to practice. And looking at, like, these couple of videos you've made in 6 months, that's not much. You should probably just practice more. The next channel is... I don't want to promise too much because... Alright, so this is iBolt Gaming, which is different from Bolt Gaming, which we had in the earlier episode. This is like CSGO? Not CSGO? Critical Ops? Did we have critical box before? Maybe we had. Doesn't look like it because it doesn't say I watched any of these videos before. Thumbnails look alright-ish. Like, this one is okay because it has big text. This one too. These ones you can at least see the text up here. Even though I am not sure how necessary it is if you're just repeating it down here anyways. Just my new intro. Bullshit. Here, repeating your title in the thumbnail, that's just unnecessary. So overall, your thumbnails do look like sort of special, but they also sort of look like very, very unspecial, if you know what I mean. Let's look at the first one, Guns and Model. Hang on. Why do we have like some sort of like scenery from like a foggy morning on the sea as the intro when you're making games? What's the point? So you're showing effectively like 3 different images here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen like an MLG montage, but this was one. I think your biggest issue is that you don't have any... Like, you're playing a very irrelevant game with Critical Ops. I've never heard of it before. It looks like a mobile game to me, honestly. So I'm not sure how many viewers you can draw with it. Like, there's some sort of niche community, obviously. You have a website on Wix. Weebly, same thing. Why? You don't need this. You don't need this. Why do you have a website? Oh man, like your thumbnails are sort of interesting, your content itself is sort of interesting. Like, as interesting as MLG montages are. But you aren't... Like, you aren't playing any relevant games. So I don't think that anyone will find you who isn't actually interested in this game. So basically, people watch you because all you have is this one game. And make pretty montages in it. I think you would be more successful with a different game. There actually has been, I forgot his name, but there's a YouTuber, very successful with 1 million subs or so. He used to make CSGO content, like, which is very boring in itself, which I've said before as well. So CSGO content, which like very, very standard montages and stuff. And then Overwatch came out and he started making Overwatch content and immediately got like 1 million subs more or less. Like, maybe not 1 million, maybe just a couple of 100,000, but that's it. I think with different content you could get a lot further than you are with your current content. The next channel makes gaming. Surprise. Alright, it's gaming. Put something here, not just your uploads. Some sort of general trailer. Let's... what?
G-strings.
Why? Your titles are crap. You don't have custom thumbnails. Like, you are making... If you're making videos, you need to make videos about, like, for your brand and not to promote your Twitter. Like, why are you promoting your Twitter? What's the point? Are you selling something? No, you're just thinking back to your channel. Twice. You attempt to. You don't quite make it in the first try. And this is here, you're just linking back to your channel. Why? See, what you're doing here is effectively a loop. So you're pointing to your Twitter, which points back to your YouTube, which points back to your Twitter, which points back to your YouTube. And there's no content to be seen here, at least not from the titles.
Looks like. Hold on! Enemy troops out on the run! Straight ahead, take him out!
Okay, this is just content. Here, gameplay. This is content. Content also, but just gameplay.
In the name of chaos, I will pour fiery lava all over you till you beg for mercy. Not a chance.
No tag. Yeah. You're not doing anything special to anyone else. You won't get successful with the channel because there's no reason for anyone to subscribe to your channel over literally anyone else who's played the game that you've played. Just the game. It sounds like I've seen this intro before. Yes, I've reviewed you before. The Decider. I'm a bit stunned. Like that I actually get to see something here. Main page looks good. You may want to put a couple of more sections of curated content because you probably have playlists. Yep, you have playlists. Put some of them like in your home tab. That would be useful. Alright, your channel trailer. Your channel trailer is just your most recent video or something. Okay, not your most recent, but a recent video. You have quite long videos. You're using the standard game art from the games you're playing, which even includes World of Warcraft, which apparently doesn't have one, so you're using just the game logo. Not ideal. Not ideal. Tiny text up here, not ideal either. If it's not readable and if it's just repeating the... Like, I barely can read this, and the only reason I can is because I know what says beneath. So that's not the point. You can just leave out the text up here and make your characters bigger or something. Looking at the video...
Alright. Oh, that's right. No limits is just, you can play as any character, right? As many times as you want.
Do it.
Do it.
Alright.
Oh my god.
You like there's giggling involved. That's a good sign. Anyways, that's a thing with fans.
No. Don't worry about it.
They're gonna have all.
They're gonna have
four
6
of your...
Moras.
You think so?
I feel like it. I'm feeling it. Oh no, they've got a Widowmaker, dude. What? Holy shit! It's hard to see anything. There's another one on the right side.
Yep.
Get that Widow. They've got 2 Widows. Wow, they don't have a very good team comp.
The idea is right, so you're cutting boring stuff away, but still you have a lot of like team communication just, and not like you're still too competitive while playing. So that you're discussing on how to advance on like critical information about the state of the game.
One Widow down.
Exactly this, like Udo down.
Fun.
Like dispenser took 3, push last. This kind of thing. I would say cut out any of that. Just focus on the funny moments, and that is probably going to be the most successful, because people like watching funny things more than they like watching team communication. Unless you're really good. If you're really good, you can be successful as well with being good at the game and doing impressive things that nobody else can do. Alright, I think that's enough for that channel. The next ones, it's basically a countdown from 10 from now on. Think anyways. Yes, it's a countdown from 10. So, the next channel is Dexhole. What's the point? I think you these two here, this one and this one, they should be swapped. Like the wolf as your avatar, and then how it's going, like the pun up here. So like put I can't draw with my mouse, but basically put this thing here. You have a 5-month-old something channel trailer.
How's it going?
It's a minute long.
How's it going, guys? This is Dex Howell, and welcome to Far Eden. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to check out my channel. Here's what we are all about. We are all about the games and having a good time. We post videos every week on Monday and Wednesday. The videos here range from reviews to walkthroughs, though I will say that we tend to goof off a lot and we get sidetracked, but it's all in the name of having fun with the games that we all love. Check out my latest video and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more.
Alright, that actually is not half bad. You're saying we? So I assume you're like more people? Someone? Sounds like you are 1 people. If you're more than 1 people, you like there's one of 2 things. Either use I if you're 1 people, or we if you're many people. And if you are we, many people, then use like faces of each one, or like some sort of graphical representation so that people know which one's which. Your thumbnails are quite boring. Like you have some sort of branding with the red gradient, and that's it. Like the text is, as I said before, if there's episode 27 down here, you can cross this out here. Live commentary, probably not necessary to put in the title. In the thumbnail, if like it's 18 minutes long, 45 minutes long, people are going to figure out that it's like commentary. Probably enough if you say welcome to this commentary video in the description, so that people coming to it from like searching for non-commentary or like review stuff are not going to fall for it. Other than that, I don't think you need to put that in the description. Also, I don't think that you should, like, this one and this one and this one and this one and this one are all the same thumbnail. You don't need to repeat, like, same with these ones, all the same thumbnail with just tiny differences in text. Use a unique different one for each for each video. you have tiny text up here as well. That is hard to read because it's like it has an outline, but the outline is not big enough for it. Like it's so small that the outline actually makes it harder to read than it would be otherwise. Look at your most recent. Ah, God. What's that to do with anything? Like it's not even showing up like this. I expect a wolf in your intro. Because you're named Dex Howell and you have a wolf in your channel art. What's this about? That is just spinning.
There's no way you're touching my score on the Silver Canyon All-Star.
We'll see about that. Kiss the top spot goodbye, Drift King. Come on, come on.
Okay. This is just gameplay. You talking at some point? Yes!
Might start to gain more points or something like that happens. Hopefully Shax and Saladin will not be too hard on us when Bungie is done making the tweaks. Now, as for a few other changes, we're going to talk about specifically each game mode that we saw in the preview that are getting these like little tweaks here and there. Let's start with Clash, though. In Clash, the current score limit is 75 in order to win. That is going to be reduced to 50 points as the score limit, and this is going to allow for much faster matches. Though it's going to be more difficult in terms of trying to make that comeback at the last minute. It's going to be more difficult, but it's okay because it'll make the matches faster and you can just run through another one in the time you'll save, honestly. So it's good. Now, in a control match, there are going to be a couple of different changes. So follow along a little bit with me for a minute. Captured zones have less.
You're talking quite a lot, so that's good. But you like patch analysis is sort of uninteresting. Like unless you're like really the analyst, statistics professor of some university, or making some other interesting points, but other than that, reviewing patches is one of the more boring forms of content that people aren't necessarily going to look for. So I'm not sure how successful you will be with this this general concept, especially if you're just making. Like if you're not making the content discoverable enough, like with a bad thumbnail, you have a short description up here, better than nothing. But then you're wasting, like you have 3 lines to work with. You're wasting an entire line just for equal signs. So you can have this one, like and subscribe separate. I think you may just put more content up here, and then use like one of them emojis, like you know the emojis that everybody uses to like bullet points stuff. Actually, why hasn't YouTube implemented bullet points yet? That's what we use for. All right. So you have a WordPress. Are you just embedding the stuff in there? Right. Writing. You're writing up, okay. I think you should really focus on making more and better content, and also think about how can you make content that in that sense nobody else has done before you, so that people can like get to know what to do effectively. Why make a unique video that is interesting to click at. I'm not saying directly clickbait, but something more clickable than just patch review. Patch review. First impressions. Actually, first impressions, there may be talking involved in here.
How's it going, guys? This is Dex Howell, and welcome to First Impressions Payback Edition. Let's get started.
Yeah.
Fortune Valley, a gambler's paradise in the desert. You can buy anything here, even luck. Let the rich play with cards and dice. Those of us born in the shadow of the casinos, we take our chances at 100 miles an hour.
Okay, so you have pre-intro content, so that's good. But it feels so slow, the start here. So you say like
let's get started.
Let's get started, and then it's another 25 seconds before you get started.
Woven into some surprisingly challenging races.
Okay.
The story has been continuously engaging thus far, and I can't wait to jump back in to find out what happens next. The protagonist in the story, Tyler, Jess.
This is way too slow. You can just you are allowed to talk while this is happening. So you can say the protagonist, like Tyler, Jess, and whoever else, like probably just those two. Like the protagonist, Tyler and Jess, and then have these two still frames, or like very short clips of them. You don't need to play them at full length, you don't need to play them at the original speed.
Navarro is the ultimate goal, but you have to work your way up from the bottom after finding out the hard way that she's a fixer for an organization known only as the House.
The street racers are here. I saw them take that car. Thank you, officer.
What have you done?
Didn't Rev tell you what's under that hood? My buyers are paying a fortune for it.
The story is blended into the gameplay very well and seems to be continued.
Alright, yeah, the formats are somewhat good, just too slow. I think you can improve that if you are trying to look at your videos critically and try to improve them and make more interesting content. I think that's all I have to say about the channel. The next channel is Mr. JW. Oh, I see what you did there. What do they want? Thumbnails. And full-time videos. So I see same content. You're doing live streams. You have a fairly consistent branding. You have... Oh, these are live streams. Alright. So with live streams, I said before, live streams effectively mean that you don't need to make that much of a engaging, that much of a different thumbnail, because people are only going to find you on live pages and not, they're not necessarily going to watch your recording. Alright, so let's hop into your latest stream.
Our goal, guys, 15,400 subs for tonight's stream. See if we can hit it, guys. If you guys aren't already subscribed, hit that sub button.
You're doing CTAs in your streams, that's useful.
You have to wait 5 minutes for that sponsor, for that pit timer.
Slow speeds right now. Dispatch, have you started the 5-minute timer?
So we're tracking them right now for this 1080 on this blue and black Banshee 900R. 1028 is El Chato 2.
Your stream overlay is conflicting with the game. I want to have a stream overlay that doesn't do this.
I know you guys can't quite see that with the overlay at the bottom.
Yeah, okay. You know that you know that yourself.
Oh yeah, spotlight. There you go.
So we got V5 Echo 2 right here. Hop in this pursuit.
V5 Echo 2.
Yeah.
Continue to update your 20, please.
We're gonna be northbound 13. He's stop and go, really slow speed. He's stopped currently. 10-4. He may
this
be
looks
out
super
of gas.
cool.
Hard to say. It's gonna be a 1070 now. Northbound 13.
Oh.
Somebody chase the car. 10-4. Gonna be going across the train tracks here over towards Ron's alternate. If we can get some 3 units on Route 68 to intercept.
We'll drop down.
3 Whiskey 38.
Better
eyes
on.
I'm tracking the suspect. I got spotlight on him.
Okay.
Respond.
Okay, this is surprisingly engaging. You looks like you're playing role playing of like helicopters, police stuff. That is very niche content. It works apparently for you. So keep doing what you're doing. I think we had a different channel. I forgot who it was. I think it was Darkmire who makes effectively the same content. You may want to collaborate with them. Yeah, people apparently only care about this game. And not about lawbreakers, not about airport CEO, just about DOJ stuff. You may want to look into different games. So at the moment you're tying yourself to this one games, like the DOJ RP thingy. You may want to look into different games that have a similar theme. Like maybe Trouble in Terrorist Town, maybe a bit too much. But like Prison Escape, like look into diversifying your content, perhaps a bit, not much. You don't need to diversify that much, but just so that your viewers get used to seeing different content as well. And not just my internet crashed, apparently. So, nobody's watching currently. That's not too bad either, I think. So what I see here is effectively random stuff. And
welcome to Vinny's Take number 3. Today I want to talk about 2 things. So it's going to be Vinny's Take 3 and 4, just episode 3. First of all, I want to talk about something that's a little controversial, but it's going on in the world of sports, and that has to do with the 3 basketball players from the University of California, Los Angeles.
So you're making vlogs and random... Is it gameplay?
Washington Redskins are at the San Diego Chargers, and on Monday Night Football, it's the Chicago Bears at the Green Bay Packers.
O'Brien in the shotgun from the 29.
Alright, so you're just streaming and vlogging from time to time. I think you really need to look at the Creator Academy and see, like, there's like a Get Started course, like a Bootcamp Foundations is the URL. You really should try to look at that, because at the moment you're just uploading random stuff, more or less. Like it's focused around sports for the most part. So you do have some sort of audience you want to focus, but you, like, all the basics are missing. You don't have a channel banner. Your channel, you don't have an avatar. Your channel banner doesn't reflect what you have in mind with your channel. You don't have custom thumbnails. Your videos are all over the place. You have like typos in your titles and on and on and on. Really, you just need to get started. That's all. That's really all I can say about your channel, because there's not much else I can say here. The next channel is playing Dark Souls and other rage games. First things first, here put some sort of channel trailer up here. I mean, you have vlogs from 2 years ago as the first, like, the very first thing you feature is from 2 years ago. Are you sure that this is the content you want to feature? I don't think it is. So yeah, put something else here. So Scotty is sick, 25 seconds. I won't count that as content. Scotty and the Dark Souls for 3 weeks. Alright, it is Dark Souls. Hooray. There's a distinct lack of talking. What? Like, you really had no reaction to some skeleton grabbing you by the butt. I would highly recommend, like, the point of rage game is to see someone rage. And the thing, I just have stumbled upon one of the funniest moments I can find, and you didn't react whatsoever. So that is a big problem for your channel. Not SEO, not getting your channel found, just getting people to watch you, like, keep watching your stuff. That much for you. The next channel is in chat, live, that boy HM. I see a Gravity Falls avatar. Okay. I see channel sections, so that's good. I don't think that your first video from a year ago is the best content. Like, this is the first video people will see when coming to your channel. You want to put, like, the best video you have out there. And if the best video you've made was 1 year ago, that is a bad sign for you, because that means you have not improved whatsoever in a year. So, put something else up here. Ideally, some sort of like highlights would be useful. Maybe. You are... Oh god. I need to get the tool out again. So, which country should we live in? You have the title repeated right here. Like, it says here. It says right underneath the video. Where should you live? You don't need to put it in here. You can, if you want to generate a controversial opinion, like where should you live quiz, and then put up like the flag of America, or like the shape of America, and then say like that is setting an expectation for the viewer, so they expect that you're going to say America is the best country, America. And then you either can follow that expectations or like reverse it. So America actually is the worst country to live in. Who knows? So sort of good idea, bad execution. Next one, Nintendo Land. Barely visible. It's just darkness, effectively. 1 year on YouTube, 14th birthday. Right, it's just the block. You don't have any headspace. So if you have, like, if this is your, I'm a bit far out, but anyways, if this is your thumbnail, try to turn it into thirds and put your head, like your eyes should be like at this level here. You can, if you want to, try to put an eye on one of these cross sections, or yeah, basically that. So that will make, because if your eyes are on this level, it means that your head will be roughly here, and that will mean in turn that you have like a bit of space up here where you're not bumping into the frame, which is happening here and here and here mostly. So you just need to move the camera a bit down a bit, so that your head can fit onto the screen. That would look nicer. So anyways, I got sidetracked by photography. Tiny text, nobody can read it. Tiny text, nobody can read it. Like, this is the old gag, isn't it? Like, I got a dig big. You that read wrong. You read that wrong too. Like, this is no joke. Not sure how well it's going to do in the thumbnail. I guess it works-ish. Here. But then, again, these ones. Text, nobody can read what this is. Darkness, like a shadow just going into the videos here. Make sure that you have lighting. Like, what I have here, I have just a lamp pointed at me. I can turn it off, then suddenly I look quite different. Probably still better than what you're doing. Quite dark in each case. You have dumb bastards. So the point is, your thumbnails are completely redundant with the titles, and they're hard to read. So, latest video, 3 weeks ago. You haven't uploaded in 3 weeks. Hang on. Oh, God, So you use freemake.com. Okay. You may want to purchase your editor, so instead of having like a permanent watermark with Bandicam, oh God. So that you have it up here, or you, instead of using anything from these ones, you just use like OBS, like Open Broadcaster software, which can record your screen for free without stupid watermark, and use like one of the free video editors like KDN Live or OpenShot or DaVinci Resolve or one of many.
Which tests how anxiety affects motor skills and mental stability. Please make yourself comfortable in your...
Are you talking? No, not talking. Seriously? Was it a Five Nights at Freddy? Oh God, okay. So the games you're playing are not particularly well known. So nobody will search for them. So what are going to, like, how do you want people to find you if not through the games that you're playing? your most popular video is some Jacksepticeye. Guess what? Jacksepticeye, people are looking at. My first YouTube video, whatever, probably got ranked high for a while. Personality test. That actually has some sort of like Facebook-ish. Like people may share that. But then, like your new stuff is just stuff that nobody cares about, effectively. What's this? Oh, it's Five Nights at Nintendo. This is another Flash game. It is another Flash game.
To be not that bad, and there's only few.
You have a face cam in here. That's good.
Cameras. The game is simple. It's simple actually. So yeah.
Your video is 7 minutes long, and you wasted the first 2 minutes just idling in the main menu. That is not the point. You have to actually like start with the content quite reasonably. Nobody cares about what the game is. Like Five Nights at, alright, it's a Five Nights at Freddy clone. It's that simple. You don't need to explain what it does, what it does differently, but people can, like, you can tell people while you're playing. You don't need to idle in the main menu to explain it to people.
There's TV here. I don't know, man. What happened?
And the sound quality is quite awful. I'm not sure that that's your fault or the game's fault, but it makes it difficult to watch.
Are you coming from, Pikachu? Pikachu? Pikachu?
Yeah. Actually, what's this kind of content? Okay,
Alaska, I really don't know.
okay, your audio quality actually is a problem. You have some sort of beepingness in that you can use. I can probably show you my screen window here. Hello. You see yourself quite a lot of times. So, anyways, this is the window, and you can go into your audio and then select filters, and then I use the Reaper plugins, which does this. So usually I have this background noise here, and I filter most of it out, and I forgot to update my filter. Anyways, because I filter all of this stuff out, I sound sort of clear, and you can probably use it yourself if you use the Reaper plugin. Like that, just search for Reaper plugins and you'll find it. And then you would be recording with OBS and not Bandicam, and you wouldn't even have the stupid banner up there. Yeah, so that's what you can work on. Alright. Lots of things. The next channel is
Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Pomalam and welcome to another video. So yesterday we just hit 50 subscribers. Not so amazing, but I still...
This actually is a good thumbnail. Like, just remove the 6 things that keep me awake from the thumbnail, it would be a good thumbnail. You have effectively not made videos in... Alright, so I'm not going to count these before, but you just started making videos 4 weeks ago. You're using Rage Comics as your channel theme at the moment. Like, if you look on Google Trends and are searching for Rage Comic, the comic, then we will see if we go for all the time that nobody cares effectively. Like 3% of when it was in peak time 2012. Yeah. That is not ideal. So your entire channel base already is sort of not listened to. Meh.
Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Pomalam, and many of you guys out there are new YouTubers or have small accounts, channels, and you are trying desperately to grow your channel. So just to help you guys out, I present before you how to grow your channel on YouTube.
Okay, and I'm going to present to you how to grow your channel by someone who's actually qualified, who is certified in channel growth.
I am sure this video is going to get tons of dislikes, but I think this is the only way for a small channel to grow. Just like mine. I bet most of you have watched videos like how to grow your channel quickly, how to get 100 subs in 1 week, but the content is always the same. They always tell you to have consistency, to entertain the audience as much as you can, to promote your videos. This is the only one that works, etc. But it doesn't really work out with all the small channels. So I'm going to tell you what helped me to grow my channel. First, promote your channel as much as you can. When I say promote
Yeah, the thing is,
your channel on social networks, most of you will promote it on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, etc. But the results that you will get out of this type of promoting will be limited. What you should really be doing is that you should promote your channel by commenting on other videos. Note that the genre about your and the other videos should be the same.
You're saying promote your channel on other videos. Like that's maybe considered spamming. YouTube maybe not. Terminate your channel for it. I would go to this video instead of yours because you have 50 subs. Like you are putting a lot of work into promoting your channel and have 50 subs. Okay.
For example, on my other channel, I make news.
Like that doesn't scale. You won't be getting like a million subscribers by just spamming content into the comment sections.
Piano videos. By the way, don't forget to check out my other channel. The link will be in the description. So back to the topic. So if I make a cover on Charlie Put Attention, then I will promote it on the video of the song. This will surely help as many of the people in this world like to hear and watch covers of songs. Another way is by using Reddit. If your videos go viral on that site,
yeah, okay, promote.
you will sub back so that it helps both of you. You can even add each other on your featured lists. But this is where most of you guys go wrong. All you do is that you go to the channel and comment on one of their videos to subscribe to your channel. But it is so wrong. The actual way and the right way is that you should watch the complete video, tell the person how you think about it, and not just type nice, amazing, but you should comment about how could they have improved the video and what else they could have added in it. And then at last, you can promote your channel or your video. I know this will work because it has helped me a lot. This method will get you views as well as subscribers, but they will be limited. In the third point, I'm going to tell you how to get a lot of subscribers. So here we go. 3. Do sub for sub. I know many of you guys are against this type of promoting, but if you want 100 subscribers in like a week, do sub for sub.
Shall we look at the sub for sub policy? You're saying do sub for sub? Look what YouTube says about it. Offering to subscribe to another creator's channel so in exchange for them to subscribe to your channel, also known as sub for sub, is not allowed. Creators who offer such exchanges risk losing your subscriber numbers, receiving terms of use, strike, or even having their channel terminated. So if you're following this dude with 50 subs on How to Grow, who says do sub for sub, not ideal. Not ideal. The next channel is Aishan Kulinkani. I wanted to say kulinarisch because that's like food stuff. Alright, so this is a friend of yours. Of the previous channel, I think. Yes. So I'm expecting sub for sub, I'm expecting all the same practices. The thumbnails look all the same. Like, okay, you're playing piano, but that's about it. So you're playing piano. Okay. So from music channels, there actually is a nifty tool called artists.youtube.com, which is, unsurprisingly, YouTube for artists. And there you can have like music insights on which tracks are popular and say like where are you based? Does it say where you're coming from? Doesn't. Shame. But let's say like San Francisco. Alright, top artists are these ones, top tracks are these ones. You may want, like if you're living in San Francisco, you might want to make a cover of one of these videos because you know these are popular. Alright. You can look at charts. Which tracks are currently globally successful, which artists are currently globally successful. Viral videos are for some reason here as well. But then there are music videos anyway, so who knows? And out of all videos, turns out most of them are music videos. So, as a music channel, what you want to do is provide some sort of usefulness. So you are making like exercises. However, just like what you should do is provide like a sheet music or so that people who, okay, maybe not out of the major scales, but do we have a sheet music here? No. So having some sort of sheet music in here may help you a lot, because that way, like if you want to make your channel a music learning channel, you should put out like make it as useful as you possibly can, and you are currently doing that, and that is probably something you can work on. Also, your thumbnails are like very the same. So the next channel makes funny gaming moments. This is loads of JPEG artifacts.
If you're retarded and you know it, clap your hands. If you're retarded and you know it, clap your hands. If you want to die and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're suicidal and you know it, clap your hands. If you're gay and you know it, clap your dick.
I ain't no faggot.
Oh, very sorry.
Yeah, that is pretty weird.
Yeah.
This is a good channel intro. Even though it's weird, it actually works because it's a highlight reel, and you're cutting away stuff. So good job. You should you should put something more up here, anyways. But I think you only have like 4 videos. Yeah. Then you should make more videos. So that honestly is all I can say about your channel at the moment, because you don't have that much else. Okay, one more thing I can say, because I said it a lot, like Fortnite Battle Royale. You don't need to put that in the thumbnail because it says right here. But other than that, from the snippet I saw, like you have options. Like you have 3.
This is
one.
how we survive the game.
Like you have lots of views on that video.
In case they start shooting at us, it's like a sniper. It's falling! Look! Oh no! We're all dead! Oh no!
Yep, that works. Just make more videos. So, the next channel, Gaming and Positivity. Robinator wants to know about the overall feel of the channel. I see I see the same thumbnail over and over again with a tiny number that updates. Don't do that. I see sort of different Minecraft, but it's all dark and brown and mushy. I see not much else at the moment. So your thumbnails definitely can use improvement. This one. So you have playlist as the first thing, then your latest uploads and popular uploads. That works. Even though, oh god, these are horrible thumbnails. Like black on black on squeezed fonts. Great place. Yeah, this like overall the setup works, but it's like the thumbnails are actually very disgusting. Look at your latest video, Minecraft.
Well, would you look at how beautiful this pier is looking in the daytime? I am thoroughly enjoying it.
Hang on, did your image just put in?
Well, would you
Yes, it
look
did.
at how beautiful this pier is looking in the daytime?
You may want to start your camera before starting your recording, or just cut out the first. Like make sure your recording works before you start recording.
I am thoroughly enjoying this, and I think once we make this 4 wide, it's going to look even better. I think 3 wide would be too narrow. Any bigger than 4 would be ridiculous. So I think this is a good mix. We've got that laid out. Now I want to go ahead and lay out getting it up this way, and then we'll kind of attach some stuff over there. I think going a little bit. Okay, this one's going to be 3 wide. Maybe I should make it 4 wide so that it fits with everything else. Yeah, it's gotta be symmetrical. I can't. My brain won't let me not make it right. There we go. And I'm sure somebody with OCD in the comments would flip out. But for now, we can start with doing 2. We'll go 1, 2, 1, 2, and then this one we shall build the stairs going upward. Okay. I like this method of building, the place and then put stairs more than building downward, because then we can add the pillars later. But I want there to be a nice foundation for us to build upon on the last one, because I had no idea and I didn't want to like count it.
That is a very calm gameplay. Okay, honestly, relaxed survival. Like, this is honestly exactly the content that you advertised. You're keeping your promise. Like, that works, apparently. Though not as much. Like, you have 1,302 subscribers, and 10 of them are watching your Minecraft stuff. There's something wrong here. Right, so you made
Hey guys, this is Ryben.
Yes, so you were fiddling around with like tile editors and RPG Maker. Yes, it's RPG Maker.
You guys know you will need that.
Voice impressions. Mordecai Zauber's League of Legends, I think. Pokemon. I think like your game development stuff was so popular. I mean, that's from 3 years ago, so maybe it's not popular anymore. Who knows? But that was so popular. Maybe you should do like game design series rather than just playing Minecraft over and over and over and over and over again. Or some like Doki Doki Literature Club, which looks honestly like a porn game from the thumbnails. Yeah, but overall you want to you want to change the thumbnails? You may want to change the content direction. This is just 2 weeks. You're uploading 3 videos a day. Wow. 3 long videos a day. Like it all looks like more of the same, honestly. Like, I would recommend to you just upload less often and put more time into thumbnails. Especially these ones. Like, the Minecraft thumbnails are sort of alright. Like, still very the samey, but sort of alright. These ones are not. This one isn't either. I don't know. Alright. The next channel is Zeldris. Okay, you have uploads. You should probably put something up here. You have made like 10 videos in total. Okay, you may want to just make more videos and stop 2 weeks ago.
I didn't even take the bite.
No good.
Oh, I think I see that. I didn't read it.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Oh, I see it too. I'm not driving, I don't trust myself.
What? What?
I feel like I hear a US. Grab the upper hill. Oh fuck.
I can see where you're trying to go with this. I think these are separate puns, and either you make a video with like lots of these in them, or a video with like just one of them in them. Having two jokes in a video, like 2 completely separate jokes, isn't really worth it. Like either more or less, but like just 2 is weird. Other than that, make more videos and try to keep a consistent branding. And don't put too much text in your thumbnails. I think that's it. Show. That was it with this channel. I close it. No. Effectively, I have forgot to revert my scene. Nice. Yeah, but this is a good closing, anyways. I found that, like, looking at this channel here, as it is, people only want to see their own channel reviewed and don't care about the streams other than that. That's fine. Like, if you want to grow your channel, you should care about your channel the most. However, I found that like just making streams doesn't really like it doesn't really make like engage with anything. And like looking at the statistic, I had 1 concurrent viewer at this stream here. At the moment, no. I had like one dude coming in and chat wanting to get reviewed. I think they left before I actually got around to them. So all in all, I can draw the conclusion nobody wants to watch this shit, and I should do different content, which is fine. So what I want to do is to change. So together with the YTG like YouTube Gaming Discord and the YTGFam.live site, I want to change the channel direction where this all is going. So this is to say that feedback no longer will be happening on this channel here. Instead, we will be opening a feedback channel on the YouTube Gaming Discord, so people can go there, ask for feedback, and get feedback from whoever happens to be online at the moment. On this channel, we will have instead some quests effectively. So, how this exactly is going to play out, I don't know yet, but this is going to be the way forward. So this will be the last channel check, because there's no point in making any more if nobody's watching them. And with that said, thank you for watching. Subscribe to this channel, subscribe to my channel, which is Leo Wattenberg, which is verified and has a community tab and everything. Or check out the Discord. And remember, fruit is good for you. Have fruit.